Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my Game of Thrones Legends mobile game content. So today, folks, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do something I said I wasn't going to do, and I'm going to actually pull some more for the new hero, Joffrey Baratheon. He's turned out to be a really good character, and I want to try to get as much of him as I can. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to get one of my last purple tokens for the day. And this crazy team comp, don't pay attention to that. It's just whatever it was available for me to select from. I just threw together whatever in there. But I want to try to get my last purple token from the daily trials, because when I do that, that will give me enough tokens to do a full summon on one of the other ones that I'm currently working on as well, and that is the Theon one. I am working hard to get my Theon up, and right now he is at 5 stars for me, and I really want to get him up to 6, so I'm constantly working on him. Every chance I get to pull, it's going towards Theon. So I'm saving all my purple tokens to actually get him up to 6 stars is my next step. I'm like 55 away from that or something like that, math, whatever, and so I'm not too far away, but I am consistently working on him. Every time I get some purple tokens, I save them up for when he comes around, because that's one of my favorite summons right now. The blue one was the one I worked on for the longest time, because that's where I was trying to get my Ned fully leveled, and I finally got my Ned to 7 stars, and then Theon is the one I jumped into next, because Theon is just very good. He's a very good hero. He's so useful in the towers, and he does a lot of damage, and he's a dual faction hero, so he can be very useful. So I want to definitely pull for him every chance I get. So let me go ahead and throw down on one of these real fast and hope for some Theon. Let's go. Boom, and I didn't get him. I got 20 of Thoros of Myr, which is a guy I really don't want, but whatever. Okay, so that moved the needle a little closer to the pity timer, where I can get 15 of him for having him selected. This setup right here on the red summon now, I really don't like the amount of heroes that they've put in there, because it's definitely making it harder for me to get the hero that I want, and I'm really not very appreciative of that as a player. So there's my feedback on that. Okay, so now let's look at where I have my Joffrey. I'm hoping to get another star on him. There he is right there. I have him at 3 stars, and I have him at 32 out of 70. So I'm basically 58 or, yeah, something like that. 48 away from being able to get him to 70 stars, and I want to get him up to at least level 4 stars so that I can work on leveling him up, because I think he's going to be a really good character to have in the future. Obviously, he would be way better for me if I had some better Baratheon presence, which I wish I did, because Baratheons are showing out to be very good now in a lot of different areas with their gem damage, faction ability, and then now that we have 2 people in the faction that are moving the board by destroying gems, and a couple of others that do that as well, they've been making very good team comps from what I've been seeing of my alliance mates testing things out, and they're telling me, man, the Baratheons are actually working pretty good. So I wish I would have had more work put into them, but I may start focusing on trying to get like Varys and Brienne after I get myself to a position where I'm happy with my Theon. I may work on them next, but I do want to go ahead and try to level up my Joffrey, while his focus summon is live, because I want to get him to 7 stars. when they release a new hero, you get the ability to do these focus summons, and then you never really get those chances again. So I've got to do this now while it's here. And yes, it is going to cost me 7,000 gold, but it's worth it, I think, because he's actually a really good hero. So I'm going to do that today, and then I'm going to kind of just cross my fingers and hope I have some good luck with him. I hope to actually make it. So I'm going to get 10 stacks of him, and if I get just 5 each, that will be close to having enough to get that extra star. So I'm kind of hoping that I'll get lucky and get a couple 10s, and I can get some extra movement on his star progression. So I have him selected. This is a focus summon, so he is the only one you can actually select. I don't think I'll get to the pity timer anytime soon, because this is probably going to be the last chance I have to do this. But I want to try to get another star on him, because I really want to showcase his gameplay a lot more, and the only way I'm going to do that is to be able to go all in. So here we go, folks. Wish me luck. Let's go. Swing. No whammies, no whammies. Big ones, big 10s, big 20s, big hundos. Come on. 5, 5, 5, 10, 15, 25, 5, 5, 5. Ooh, I had some good luck, and I did get the next star. So this is probably the best focus summon I've ever had. Normally, you've watched my channel, you've seen me do 5, 5, 5, 5, all 5s pretty much. And once in a while, I'll get a 10, if 10 if I'm lucky. But this time I got a 10, a 15, and a 25. So I actually got way more shards than I had expected, and I did. After the 4th one, I hit the 5th one is where I hit my level break on stars, and then it just kept on piling on, which is good. That's good. That'll get me my 4th star, and I'm anxious to go see how many over I got, because that'll be how close I can get to a 5th star one of these days. So let's look at that. Boy, that was a good one. I feel really good about that. I haven't had a good pull like that in a while, so I'm actually really happy with that. Okay. So let's bring him up to 4 stars, and now I have the ability to take him up to level 200. And I have the ability to level up his skills. So at the level 4 version of I Won't Hurt Him Much, he gets a +5 chance to destroy an additional gem. So that's cool, because that's going to give me 2 blue gems instead of 1. So I'm definitely going to take that. Boom. And I now can destroy 2 gems, and then I get the ability to do the level 5 upgrade as well, which will give me 10% attack physical damage, but I am short on novice skill books, but those will be easy for me to farm up and get some more. So I'll go ahead and do that later, because I'm in the process of actually trying to level my account anyway, so farming those books won't be no big deal. His leadership ability went up to I'm Not Tired version 2. He counts as a member of both factions. When he drops below 50% hit points, he scouts the target who struck him and gains 15% physical resistance. The next level of his skill, when I hit 6 stars, will give him another instance of this ability going off at 25% hit points. So that's really cool. So that got upgraded as well. So I'm feeling really good about my Joffrey now, and I am 47 into 140 of the shards that I need to be able to progress to my 5th star. That's not too bad. I should be able to hopefully one of these days get there, especially if they will put him as a reward in the raids, or possibly put him as an additional reward on a gold road, or do a gold road with him. We know what the next 3 gold roads that are planned are, and he's sadly not one of them, but hopefully in the future they'll throw him in a gold road, and that'll be really good, and I'll get him again, or maybe they'll have some good summon events come up for him, and I'll be able to get some more on him. But right now I've got a lot of work to put into him. I've got 98 levels that I can put on him right now, and I also have some work to do on my Mender and my Maester, and then I've got another few levels I can put on my Jaime. So I've got quite a few characters that I can work on right now. One of these days when I get bored with Silver, I'm going to finish my Sam off, and he'll be useful in the tower. But for right now, I'm focusing on trying to level my Jaime, my Mender, my Maester, and my Joffrey, because those are characters that I'm really enjoying messing with at this time. And then I might work on leveling up some of my Baratheons as well to try to bring up some of the team, because they're really good. So I eventually need to try to get myself to the point where I can field a decent team of them. That's going to take some work though. But I really appreciate you watching my content today. Thanks for going into the poll with me. And if I can ever get some more green tokens before 11 days basically expires, I'll go in here and pull some more before his Future King summon expires, because this one has an increased chance to get his shards, and that's really good. I like that. Even though sadly it's 4 again like the others, he will probably be the one I try to go for in that one. So I'll go ahead and set him as that so I don't forget. And then hopefully I can get some green shards before now and the time that it expires, and I'll go in there and try to pull for some more of him. So thanks for watching my content. I really appreciate you being here. I will see you soon in another video about Game of Thrones Legends coming soon. Talk to you later. Have a good weekend. Peace.